free-to-play shooter coming out at the end of this year. Our goal is to create the best free-to-play shooter anyone's ever seen. We've been working on it for about 5 years now. We have a massive open world campaign that's all about cooperative gameplay and an epic campaign. What we're showing off here at Gamescom though is a brand new PvE esports map for competitive gamers. So it's two armies going head to head on an attack defend, what we call sabotage. So the goal is for people to attack terminals and then they lock those terminals down and move on to the next one to unlock the next. What I'm playing right now is an assault character. It's a battle frame that I wear and it determines what abilities I have and what weapons I have. I can switch battle frames on the fly at the battle frame station. If I want to switch up to a sniper, I can do so, or I can switch to a medic. I'm going to go ahead and play an assault first because we're attacking the points. So I want to make sure I can do as much damage as possible. So the different factions, that's like mercenary armies. So this is another army that we're going up against. Everybody is human though. We're trying to save humanity and save the world in the co-op campaign. But in competitive esports, two armies are going head to head in order to win resources for their army and as well as possibly winning a trip off of Earth. So my team just hacked the terminal, but they just hacked it back. We've got a couple guys in here. We'll take them out and try to hack this so that we can take over this map. So as I was saying, the assault's all about dealing damage. His plasma cannon does an area of effect attack, and I've got a secondary, an alternate fire that's like a shotgun. It's called scatter shot. It also ricochets around. It's really great for indoors. Oh, I just got taken out from behind. It's really great for taking out people indoors. His other abilities, the abilities that are equipped in his backpack, all are focused on dealing damage and getting into battle. So his primary one, his first one on number 1 key, is Afterburner. It launches him into battle. It's also really great in combination with his second ability called Crater, which does damage in an area of effect. Here, I'll show you. I'll come out on this bridge, try to take out this sniper over here. Oh, and round one's over. We weren't able to take that, so we got 10 minutes to defend, and they have 10 minutes to take. But his second ability is called Crater. He launches him in the air and slams him down to the ground, doing an area of effect attack on the ground. The higher up I am in the air, the more damage it will do and the wider the area. So combination with the Afterburner, I can get really high, and then I can slam down from way up there and do a lot of damage. His third ability is called Overcharge. You hit that and it increases his weapon damage. The more damage I do, the more damage I'm capable of doing, so it builds up over time. Since we're defending now, I'm going to go ahead and switch to a recon, see if I can take some people out before their gates open. We've got 30 seconds now until their force fields are going to drop. I can't get in the window. And then they'll be able to attack our terminal. So all of these battle frames are customizable. People install different modules into their backpacks in order to get different abilities, different modules into their weapons, like increased reload time, increased damage, increased clip size, all those kind of things. So it's really customizable. And the battle frame is also customizable. They can install modules to run faster, jump higher, have more jetpack energy, all sorts of things. So we're working on multiple maps right now. We've shown off 2 so far. We have more in the works that we're going to be revealing over time. Our goal for release, though, is very much to release quality content and then release it over and over and over again. So we're doing an iterative design process that we release content slowly in the beginning, so not a whole lot of content, but we're going to release a lot of content quickly. So every couple weeks, every month, more and more content that we release. That's especially effective in our open world where the melding has kind of taken over the planet and is blocking off a lot of the terrain. And so players will work together to push back the melding and unlock more and more terrain. We're showing off that open world gameplay at PAX next week, so that'll be the first hands-on that anyone's ever experienced with that. Well, so in our PvP world, the maps range from anything. We've shown off Sunken Harbor, which is a 5 versus 5 map, team deathmatch, very basic. This is a much larger map. We're playing it as 10v10 right now. We can also play it as 15 versus 15, and we have larger maps in the works that we'll reveal as soon as we get them to the fun stage. The open world can contain hundreds of players, so we're not limited. Our engine is not limited by scale. We can do massive maps, but we want to make sure that they're fun. If they're not fun, there's no sense in releasing them. So now I switched over to the medic class, which is all about healing his teammates. So he's got a healing beam that can attach to his teammates. That same beam with an alternate fire can attach to enemies and do a vampiric pull. So I'm draining energy from him and getting it to myself. Unfortunately, that takes away my energy, so I'm not able to fly. He's also got a healing wave ability, which shoots out a healing pulse to everybody in front of him. It's really great for healing multiple allies at the same time, but conversely, you can use it against enemies to push them back. So it's like, get away from me, what kind of ability. And he's got the defibrillator, which revives teammates immediately. Everybody in Firefall can revive their teammates, but it usually takes 5 seconds, so you've got to stand there and be safe. The medic can just run up and tap it, and it's really good for reviving, but it has a long cooldown, so you have to know when to use it right. It's also useful for dealing damage to enemies. You can run up to them and do a quick defib in their face, and it does a lot of damage. His last ability right now is an adrenaline, which gives him faster run speed and higher jump. So he's able to move around a lot quicker, which is great when I'm using this vampiric beam to just kind of keep moving. So we have multiple game modes for each map. So Team Deathmatch and this Sabotage are ones that we've used right now. See, I just used my defibrillator to revive my teammate there. We also have a map called Harvester that we're going to be showing off soon. That's more of a capture and hold type map. And then we've got more in the works that we want to get to the fun phase before we start talking about them too much. We've also announced, last week, we announced our 4th battle frame, the Engineer. It's not playable in this build, but it will be next week at PAX as well. The Engineer is all about deploying items like force fields and turrets. So it's really great on this map because you're able to build up a pretty decent defense. So this map's a little bit harder with just these people. They've taken point B now, so I'm going to try to use my grenade, just spam in there and try to keep them blocked off until they can come. But now they're going to spawn over here. We also have the ability to switch between third and first person, depending on what you like to play. It's really important for us to give players choice, right? So not only choice in how they play, but choice in how their battle frames are set up, what weapons they have, everything that we can do to make sure that players are having fun. He's trying to run away with me with his adrenaline ability. I got him though. So in order to make sure he doesn't get revived, I'm going to execute him, which now means his teammate can't revive him. So it's really important to do that. In Team Deathmatch, it's really important to do that because that's how you earn points. But they've got 4 minutes, 20 seconds to hack this next terminal. It takes about 30 seconds to hack, 5 seconds to interact, and then 30 seconds to hack. They've got to defend it so it's a really great mode for moving around. What's interesting about this map is that we've tested it internally for a long time. We've been working on this map particularly for over 4 months, but it wasn't fun. It wasn't until the last couple of weeks that we changed the entire gameplay of the map. The design didn't change, it's still the same, but the gameplay changed a lot. And we went from, a 5 on our fun scale out of 10 to an 8 on our fun scale. And that's when we decided, hey, we should probably show this at Gamescom instead of just Team Deathmatch. And that's really important to us, is to make sure that we're showing things that are fun and that we spend the time making sure that something's fun before we just release it. We could have showed it off early, but it wouldn't have made the impact that we want to make. There's a lot of snipers out here. The sniper trails are color-coded. You can see my team's sniper trails are blue and the enemies are red. That's important for determining what's going on. I'm going to heal both these guys at once with a blast. And I leveled up. So leveling up in our game is also important. But because we're not an MMO, we're all about skill-based gameplay, leveling up doesn't give you the same benefits that it might in another MMO. You do see small vertical increases in your power and your health and things like that. But it's mostly, in our game, leveling up is mostly about unlocking equipment that gives you more customization options. So different abilities, different tiers of abilities, and that really makes the gameplay a lot different as you get higher level. Again, it's all about skill-based gameplay. We're releasing at the end of this year, so it's going to be available online for download, and again, absolutely free. For PC only. So we're going to be opening up an online store at the end of this year. That's what we consider our launch. And we'll be selling cosmetic items, so things like different hairstyles, facial features, skins, war paint for your battle frames, decals, and then convenience items like faster leveling, faster resource generation, things like that for the open world. Yeah, we want to create an esports level competitive game. So we're going to support things from the get-go like tournaments and leagues and ladders, as well as prizes and things like that in order to push the esports level competitiveness. So they're not going to get it this time. They only got 19 seconds, so it's not enough time to cap. So they're just holding out. See, I don't know if we got the points before, so we'll see whether we won or not. There we go. It's a draw. Neither one of us got it. I didn't do so well. I only got 6 kills. It's fine. But that's Firefall in a nutshell.
Humans. This world is everything to you. You struggle and tear at each other. You claw at the dirt, scratching together an existence in the dust. All this because you think you can save this world.